How to build your first AI agent, step by step for beginners. Forget the screenshots of six-figure months. Forget the course that promises to hand you a secret AI loophole for $97. Most of what gets called making money with AI online right now is either wildly exaggerated or flat-out fake. But underneath all that noise, there are people genuinely earning real income using AI tools in 2026, and the methods that actually work look nothing like what the ads are selling you. Let's break down what's actually happening, based on real patterns showing up across freelance platforms, small businesses, and independent creators. Here's the uncomfortable truth first, because it matters more than any tactic in this video. AI does not generate income by itself. It has never worked that way, and it doesn't work that way now. What AI actually does is compress the time and skill required to deliver something valuable, which means the people making real money aren't the ones who found a magic tool. They're the ones who found a real problem and used AI to solve it faster and cheaper than anyone else could. That distinction matters because it filters out almost everything you see advertised as a shortcut. Passive income schemes promising guaranteed returns for doing nothing, AI trading bots that supposedly print money while you sleep, prompt packs sold as if the prompts themselves are the product. Most of this either doesn't work at all or works so inconsistently that it's not worth your time. What actually works looks a lot less exciting on the surface. It looks like services, skills, and small specific businesses solving small specific problems. The fastest, most reliable way people are earning real income with AI in 2026 is by using it to deliver services faster, not by selling AI itself. Freelance writing is the clearest example. AI hasn't eliminated demand for writers. It's created a new tier of writers who can produce higher quality work faster at competitive rates because they're using AI to draft, structure, and refine, while their own judgment handles accuracy, tone, and strategy. Businesses in finance, legal, and technical niches especially still pay well for this, precisely because those industries need someone who understands the subject, not just someone who can prompt a chatbot. The same pattern shows up in short-form video editing. Tools built around AI can now cut silences, generate captions, and remove backgrounds automatically, which means a single editor can turn around far more finished videos per day than before. Businesses that need consistent TikTok, Reels, or Shorts content are paying real, ongoing rates for that speed. And then there's AI automation work for small businesses, connecting tools like Zapier, Make, or similar platforms with AI models to eliminate repetitive manual tasks. A single automated workflow, built once, can save a business hours of labor every week, and that's exactly why individual projects in this space are commanding solid one-time fees, with ongoing maintenance retainers on top. None of this requires you to build your own AI model. It requires you to get good at using existing tools to deliver a specific outcome a business will actually pay for. One detail separates people earning real money in this category from those stuck grinding for pennies. Pricing the outcome, not the hours. Someone charging by the hour for AI-assisted writing caps their own income at how fast they can type. Someone charging a flat fee for a finished blog post that ranks, or an automation that saves you 10 hours a week, gets paid for the result, and AI lets them deliver that result faster than ever, meaning the same fee now takes a fraction of the time it used to. That shift from selling time to selling outcomes is the actual leverage AI provides in service work, and it's the difference between a side hustle and something that can genuinely replace a salary. The second real pattern showing up in 2026 is people building small software tools, often called micro SaaS, that solve one very specific problem instead of trying to be the next big platform. This is a genuine shift from a few years ago. Building software used to require a development team and months of work. Now, a single person with a clear understanding of a niche problem can build, launch, and iterate on a working tool in days rather than months, using AI-assisted coding tools to handle much of the implementation. The pattern that actually generates income here isn't build something cool and hope people show up. It's the opposite. Find a specific, painful, recurring problem inside a specific industry. Validate that real people would pay to solve it, and only then build the simplest possible version of the tool. Revenue typically comes from small monthly subscriptions, sometimes paired with early lifetime deals to generate initial cash flow, and later upsells like advanced features or team plans once the product has proven itself. This path takes longer to pay off than freelancing, and most attempts don't succeed on the first try. But the ones that do succeed scale in a way that pure service work never can, because the product keeps generating revenue independent of how many hours you personally put in. There's one more method that gets talked about constantly online, and it's real, but it's also the one people misunderstand the most. Faceless YouTube channels built around AI-generated scripts, AI voiceovers, and AI-assisted editing have genuinely become a legitimate income vehicle for a segment of creators in 2026, and notably, this exact video was made using some of those same tools. The model scales in ways that traditional, fully human-produced content can't, because the cost of producing each additional video drops dramatically once a workflow is dialed in. That's why some individual creators now manage several channels at once across completely different niches, whether that's finance, history, science, or self-improvement. If you zoom out across every method that's actually working in 2026, freelancing, automation services, micro tools, and AI-assisted content, they all share the exact same underlying structure. AI removes friction, it shrinks the time between having a skill and delivering it, between spotting a problem and building a solution, between having an idea and publishing it. But in every single case, a real person is still making the judgment calls that determine whether the output is actually valuable, picking the right niche, understanding what a client or audience genuinely needs, and refining the raw AI output into something that actually solves a problem or holds someone's attention. That's also exactly why most people fail at this. Not because they picked the wrong tool, but because they expect the tool to replace that judgment entirely instead of amplifying it. The realistic path in 2026 isn't finding the one perfect AI trick, it's picking one method that fits your existing skills, using AI to execute it faster than you could alone, and staying consistent with it for months, not days, while the compounding effect actually kicks in. So if you're looking to actually make money with AI this year, skip the guaranteed income promises and start with a real skill, a real problem, and AI as the accelerant, not the whole plan. If this gives you a clearer, more honest picture than the usual hype, subscribe, because I'll keep cutting through the noise on what's actually working versus what's just a good thumbnail. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.